So after that exciting introduction to the alternatives world, I'm going to talk about something pretty traditional about life insurance. Life insurance is going to be pretty new to you in the context of Piramal, so it will be a brief introduction. If I have to talk in summary, our life insurance business is pretty small, but very fast growing. It has very good quality parameters, and it has also got very strong strength in certain niche segments which are pretty fast growing. Our business, as you can see here, as you can see on this slide, our business peaked in the year FY18 when we were the 8th largest life insurance company. After that, you are aware of the changes the company went through. And about 1.5 years ago, we restarted our growth journey. In the last financial year, we were the fastest growing life insurance company on new business premium. And this year, so far, we are the second fastest life insurance company in the industry. Over the history of the company, we have been able to build certain strengths that are very unique to us. We were the first company in the life insurance segment in India to begin the defense segment. Even today, our defense business has the highest market share of all the companies. This is particularly creditable given that otherwise we are a pretty small company. Our brand, the brand that we use in the defense segment called Prahari, is the second most salient brand in that segment just after LIC. In this segment, there are certain key strengths that you need to make it work. And the reason for our success has been that we have been able to work on worksite models very effectively. We have been able to also run monthly mode business very, very effectively. The same cannot be said for many other companies, and that is the reason we have been able to sustain our leadership in this segment. We have also built substantial capabilities in serving the underserved. We have, over the course of our history as a company, worked with over 100 microfinance companies and over 50 RRBs and cooperative banks. This institutional memory that we have as an organization is helping us continue our growth path with the type of numbers that you saw as we draw down on that knowledge and relationships to rebuild the business. Life insurance business also needs to be done in a very high quality manner. This is a business of managing risk and giving assurance to the customer. Some of the parameters you would see on this slide talk to our core quality parameters that we have sustained even in the midst of the challenging times that the company went through. Our persistency, for example, that you can see on this slide, our high claim settlement rate, our low number of complaints per 10,000 sales, our solvency ratios, as well as the absence of any regulatory observations or any other overhang of that nature that could otherwise slow down a franchise that is going through changing times. I would say that these quality parameters bring out the fundamental strength of our operating and governance model, as well as the culture of doing the right thing over this changing period. So as we embark on our next stage of growth, the high growth phase, we begin with certain advantages and with no overhang of any nature. As we now go into the phase of driving growth, we are very mindful that we need to create sustainable business models that add value. We do not want to go after value-destructive growth. I have myself seen examples in our industry of companies that try to create something very, very fast. They invested in areas that were probably not sustainable. They were not paying for themselves. We do not want to create those models. We want to create growth that adds value over the life cycle of the business. In terms of distribution, we have twofold focus areas. One of that is how we can keep growing and consolidating our existing lines of businesses. The defense segment that we talked about, we are strong there, we are growing there, and we have identified certain adjacencies that we'll keep working on to grow that at an even faster clip. We are strong in the credit life business. I mentioned the microfinance institutions. Even otherwise, we have fairly deep relationships and strength in that business, and that business is growing very fast for us, and we do believe that it will keep growing fast for us even in the next couple of years. We have worked on the agency channel, and now we are in the rebuilding phase, so we will substantially scale up our agency business as well. So these are the existing pieces of business that we talked about. Now, coming to the future areas of growth where we are not operating. In those areas where we are not currently present, but we want to grow our business, we have hired a mature leadership, and that leadership team is driving growth in 3 or 4 key areas. One is building broking partnerships. Another is building corporate agency partnerships of both bank assurance and non-bank assurance type. And finally, building on digital partnerships in a selective manner. I would say we have got the core elements of that strategy in place, and we have to keep executing on that and let it pan out over the next couple of years. When we are in this rebuilding phase, I mentioned that we want to build our business with a sustainable model. Toward that end, our product mix is also undergoing a change. We need to drive a balanced product mix so that we are able to, in a balanced manner, not just go after growth, but also run it profitably in a capital efficient manner, and also manage the regulatory expense requirements that we all have to follow in our industry. Our shareholder business, Piramal is a great partner, is a source of our strength. It is a large business for us. We do believe that we can run additional models by leveraging the data and insights that you saw in the previous presentations. We are working with the Piramal leadership team to launch some of those partnership businesses in the next few quarters. There are certain new segments where we are not there at all today, but I believe that as a life insurance company, the Indian market provides huge opportunities in the health segment, in the retirement segment, in the annuity segment, and we will also start working towards those as well. Based upon the multi-vector strategy that we are driving, the current growth that we have, I do believe that over the next 5 years or so, we can sustain a CAGR of 40 to 50%. Thank you.